What's up, guys? So, I know that I'm kind of doing a more of a formal review of Return to Jedi, but to be perfectly honest with you, I am pressed for time. Okay, I'm seeing Star Wars: The Force Awakens on Saturday, and I just don't have the time to to do a similar reaction review style thing for Return to Jedi. So fuck it. I'm just gonna do a formal review because I have exhausted time, to be honest, and I'm finally done. I am done with the original and Return to Jedi. Now this film is definitely a movie that most people like the least, it seems, out of the original trilogy. I mean, my favorite currently as it stands is Empire Strikes Back, New Hope, and then Return to Jedi. And Return to Jedi, look, the opening, okay, with these shots right here is so motherfucking epic. I mean, it's just like a perfect integration of miniature work and those Matty paintings, or whatever the fuck they called them back in the day. By the way, this shot. I love how just blatantly fake it is. But hey, it was 1983, motherfucker. What can you do? But no, this opening here with the introduction of Darth Vader into this film, I thought was just visually spectacular. But all of a sudden, when we spend about 30, 40 minutes at Jabba the Hutt's lair or whatever, look, man, this whole sequence right here, I did not like whatsoever. I just didn't really like the creature designs, and I don't know, it was just like cheesy and just a little bit too much cheese for me. I really didn't like it. I didn't really like that. I don't know, when Han Solo, when he gets brought out that carbonite block, whatever, it just felt like I was expecting like this desperate, thrilling adventure to get Han Solo out of there, and that's not what happened. Instead, we got this cheesy, kind of cringe-worthy sequence. I didn't really care for Han Solo being blind and shit. I actually thought it was a little bit laughable. Just being honest, he was like, Chewie? Didn't really care for the sequences at Jabba the Hutt's lair, as I'll call it. By the time we get to this pit where if you fall down there you get digest for thousands of years, that sequence was cool. I don't know how the fuck they did that. So hats off to fucking Richard Marquand, whatever the fuck his name is. And then after that, obviously that's a big flaw for me with this film, this whole moment there with Jabba the Hutt. And another huge flaw is for sure the Ewok. Just all the moments with the Ewoks in general, these teddy bear motherfuckers. I mean, I didn't hate them as much as most people seem to hate them, but just every time the film would just focus on these people, I was like, can we not focus on them and get back to the shit that matters? And by the way, why can Luke Skywalker, why couldn't he just telepathically told them all to just fuck off? You know what I mean? Whatever. But outside of the moments with Ewoks and Jabba the Hutt, I thought the rest of the film was pretty spectacular. I mean, the cast is great here. Most notably, Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill's performance is so different here. He's so feels like he's mastered the craft of his training to become a Jedi, and you feel it. He feels like an OG all of a sudden. He feels like he's found a way to go Super Saiyan. You know what I mean? I just thought that was really cool. Seeing him in his hood and shit. And I love this conversation between him and Darth Vader here. I thought that was fascinating. It wasn't as juicy as I wanted it to be, the conversation, It wasn't like when you saw Al Pacino and Robert De Niro speak in Heat. I mean, it wasn't, it just wasn't as dramatic and just satisfying as I hoped it would be. But it was a great scene. All of the dog fights and these aerial shots with the spacecrafts I thought were just breathtaking and just epic to this very day. All right, I mean, this is just really impressive here. I just love how large scale the film feels at times. Like the film almost makes you feel like a tiny dot with these huge expanses of these ships and spacecraft. So I thought that was spectacular. And my favorite moment is this moment here between Luke and Darth Vader. For a second there, it's like, is Luke gonna kill Darth Vader in this moment? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he going to go to the dark side of the Force? I just love this fight sequence. I like that the fight sequence was a little bit quicker in motion. It was nice. And I don't know. I love this film. I think the ending is a little bit too cutesy and kind of wrapped in a perfect little bow for me personally, but whatever. And it's cool that Leia and Luke are like brother and sister, but like, what's up with them like kissing in the past movies? Like, it almost feels like when they got to Return of the Jedi, somebody was like, "Hey, maybe Leia should be a sister," and someone's like, "Oh, that's a great idea." But wait a second, didn't they kiss in previous movies? And someone else was like, "True, but Leia being his sister's too good of an idea. Who gives a fuck?" Yeah, I don't know. That's honestly some of my main thoughts about the film. I mean, I do love it, but I just don't love it as much as the other two. I mean, personally, the other two, I think the other two are substantially better. I think an 8 out of 10 for Return of the Jedi. For me personally, it's just my personal opinion, motherfucker, and I can have it. New Hope, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, and my favorite Star Wars film in existence. And gonna go with an 8 out of 10. And I'm just gonna get out of it.